Okay, how come I cannot find my... All right, let me just see. Hi. Good afternoon, people. Hello.
Hi,
Hello. Hi. Thank you, T. Thank you. And good afternoon to everybody. T is my super partner when it comes to setting system. And of course, she's my partner of Image Pro Online. Now, while waiting people to come in, I know afternoon, Saturday, a lazy day, so am I, but because of our profession, because of the spirit that's ongoing, we put on our makeup, we make the best out of a day, all right? So are you? Are you going to listen to me for 30 minutes? Shortly, yeah? I'll make it quite short today. Okay, today our topic is about personal branding and self-image. Yeah, I use the word personal branding is because this is quite a trending word. Most people are talking about, oh, personal branding per se, right? So actually, what does personal branding really means? Personal, you know what it means? Branding. So when I talk about branding, it actually means, in short, brand, right? And every brand needs to acquire its branding purpose. Okay, when you bring your kids out, I think today kids still go for it, right? If you are going for, fast food for kids, where do you bring them to? And where would you think they want to go? McDonald's, right? You yourself, if you're a coffee lover, we just say a popular brand, right? Which cafe would you go? Obviously, you tell me it's Starbucks, correct? And how about when we look into advertisements? You have Anchor and whatever. So when you look at Carlsberg beer, they often have this, so to speak, branding where you have a group of friends. And usually their advertisement is very innovative. I love their advertisements a lot. So when you talk about Mary going with friends, going out for and chill out for that night, so it's always Carlsberg. And when you see Anchor, it's always like solidarity. So it tells a different story at the end of the day, right? So every brand has got a story to tell. If you are someone in fashion, you probably say, if I picked you as somebody who loves to shop at Zara and someone who loves, let's say, Chanel, it's totally different. Yeah, one, it's more of not just luxury, but something that is different in a different status. Whereas Zara, it's open to more and it's very lifestyle. So people who love Zara, it doesn't mean they cannot afford Chanel, but it's just that their lifestyle, goes to this particular brand. So we're talking about brand per se. So this is what I call to brand. Now I'm going to equate it to human base, right? So we are not talking about a brand as in a big brand, Coca-Cola, Colgate. Anything you think about toothpaste is a Colgate. You want a chill, gassy drink is always Coca-Cola, and it goes very well with something else. When you go to a movies, of course, what's the thing that you hold with you? It's the popcorn, right? So it equates together. So now if we were talking about, if we were to equate a person's brand, this is why people call personal branding per se. Why? It's because that particular coach, or you probably want to transform yourself. The trending word is transform. I usually call reformation. It's better. I mean, everyone has got their own way of speaking. You would, if my client or you wants to be someone, you want to turn yourself someone from being somebody who is unrecognized to someone who is noticeable. You want to become somebody from a nobody. You want to turn yourself from ordinary to extraordinary. So you need someone to work with you, right? Now, but why do you want to do that? Now it's pandemic. Come on, I don't meet people. I don't need this and I don't need that. Time passes by very quickly. Before you realize it might be too late. So why do you need to turn yourself to noticeable, to somebody, to extraordinary? Because you need to monetize yourself, your own image into monetary, what I call gains, right? So I'm going to put this really a little bit more into the word called self-image. So it's more down to earth. As the personal branding, you could be using this particular strategy for people who are politicians, celebrities, perhaps some KOL or influencers today, and surely the mega investors. So you're talking about a personal branding. It's a huge umbrella. So for you and me, I'm going to use the word self-image to represent yourself, right? And you and me is like a public figure. Today, when you go into the Facebook, everybody is a public figure. So at one time, I was asking, why is it a public figure, right? We are just someone, but it's good because this is something that is trending at the moment. So we, as an image consultant, by the way, I have to introduce myself. Always, I forgot to introduce myself. And I thought, you know, people who support me, they already know who I am, but welcome those who are new to my page and new to me. My name is Josephine Lui. I hold a CIP status. CIP means Certified Image Professional. I am the principal and image educator of First Image Training. It is an image academy where people acquire their international certification called FICC, First Image Consultant Certification, with a 5.6 CEU with FIT, First Image Training. Please like my page. Please follow me in Instagram. I will have all the links later. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have another 30 videos that I'm gradually uploading into it. So then you will get to learn a little bit more image from a different perspective. Now, I'm not saying image per se that you have to have a good image. And a lot of people often feel that image is all about looking good. I always have people ask me, Joe, making people looking good, bringing people for shopping, can you make a living out of it? Why not? Because looking good is only one very, very small part of your image. If you are looking for me to help you enhance your appearance, so easy, right? But it is something a little bit more, I won't say difficult, it could be a little bit challenge for image consultants, or we are like a life coach already, to really change or transform or reform you from inside out. So outside in is simple. If you are not good at outside, that means it's your external image. We just need to do a color analysis, find out the best style for you, and that's it. But understanding internal, this is a little challenge, and not many people can really work long term with a client unless you are some kind of those NLP practitioners or life coach, whoever is the model, right? So what actually self-image entails, right? So self-image, it's really who you are, who you want to be. Find someone who is professional, who can work on your goals and inspiration to bring you up to the next level. When I say next level, meaning you must be the chosen one. So who are you? Who do you want to be? So you have to know your own goals. So this image consultant will have to work with your own aspirations and your goals, right? So image is all about your A, B, C, D, and E, all right? A, simple, your appearance from head to toe. And we are not saying we will change your wardrobe to bank-breaking prices. Never. We have to know who you are in order to find the perfect ensemble for you, so that you feel comfortable having this style and bring together with what you have. For instance, your internal, which is basically your behavior. How do you treat people? How you treat people is how people will treat you in return. So your behavior, your etiquette, it's prime, I have to say. This is what I really love to teach. And C, it's really, I have to say, communications is one of the sharpest blade anybody should sharpen. This is the saw that you have to sharpen if you want to not stay put, if you want to become the better person, why your boss must keep you and not the other person. Or when you are on your own, you are going to be you're going to start your own startup, or you want to be an investor. There are so many ways that you can make a living for yourself. So this ABC is really part of it. And if you can speak very well, this is where you know why people trust you. Why must people buy from you? Yeah. So what is D? Today, we are all living in a cyber world. 5G is everywhere, whether you like it or not. So your D is surely your digital footprint. You are often in Zoom. You may want to promote yourself, your services, your products via a live or videos, or you can or you may have collaboration with people. So your digital footprint, how do you look good in front of the camera, or how do you perceive to be that chosen one when people speak to you via Zoom? And what is E? E is certainly your emotions. So how can you manage your emotions? As emotions tells your facial expression, your emotions bring out your body language. So people who speaks well, people could have very good etiquette, but other people can see your body language, your facial expressions, yeah, and your emotions, because we are just human. We do have our emotions. Sometimes when we have our emotions down, we don't feel like doing anything. When we are very stressed, you cannot sleep. When you cannot sleep, nothing works on that day, right? So managing your emotions, it's part of your image too. So your A, B, C, D, and E. So let me tell you, before I go to the 6 clues of your self-image, Stay tuned with us on the 3rd of April. On the 3rd of April, that is the first Saturday next month. Gosh, time passes by, right? It's like, I can't believe it. One quarter is gone. And now, what have you done? All right. I have done a lot of things, but what have you done? And always prepare yourself for the storm. Do not just wish for good things to happen. We all wish for good things to happen, because if you have positive vibes, good things comes to you. But don't forget, it's your preparation is so important. Hello, cats. How are you? Good to be with you. And have your coffee and listen, right? So, so on the 3rd of April, I am inviting Dr. Diane Sen from East Malaysia. Now, she is a master of branding. She is going to tell you about people as brand value with Dr. Diane Sen. So stay tuned with us on the 3rd of April. But with me, I will go on with you about self-image. So I don't use the word personal branding first. It's a big umbrella. However, a lot of people out there are already doing this. So it's fine. It's still doing a personal image kind of thing. So let's talk about what are the 6 clues of your self-image, right? I have a slide that shows you, correct. If you see clearly, your self-image or perceived personal branding, it encompasses at least 6, at least 6 at least 6 clues. And these are the clues. I want to take a look at the slide myself too. So what are the 6 clues? First of all, if you look at the green one, it's called the first impression, right? I'm going to start right from my your right hand side down. First impression. Everybody talking about first impressions. First impressions only brings you 3.8 seconds. What happens after the 3.8 seconds? So first impression means before you even speak, people might just look at your photograph. People might just look at your banner in your Facebook. People might just see someone walking into a party. If you are walking into a party, chin up, chest up, and you walk in with wind, wow, is she somebody? Is she a model? Is she a celebrity? Or you might say, this person is full of confidence, yeah, because she walks in with heads high. So it's the first impression that people have the perception, but it's very quick. So you cannot don't talk, right? You cannot don't start behaving yourself, right? So your behavior and your communications sets in after your 3.8 seconds. So first impression, yes, it's important, but it's not going to last. I want you to ensure that your impressions is positive and that it is lasting in everybody's mind. So the next one, the second one is your identity or your status. Identity, it may also equate to status, because do you realize that when people, they cannot get anything out of it and they say, I want to see your manager, because they felt that the manager would have better leadership skills than someone out there, or that person could be somebody new and you cannot handle the objections of a particular client. So who are you in your company? Who are you amongst the people that you are with, right? It's like what I call the big fish in a big fish amongst the small fishes, or are you a small fish amongst the big fishes? Which status would you want to be in? Who do you want to learn more, right? So people will see you as, oh, if your status is like that, they probably won't even be difficult with you. They just maybe ask less questions. Some people are like that. When you are at a different level or you cannot handle their objection, your communication is and you're not confident, this is where some people will give you difficulties. Yeah. So how you boost your confidence, how you show your identity, who you are in your status, tells about your self-image. Yeah. So the next one, as we come down, it's your personality, right? At the bottom, correct? Your personality. Yes. What kind of personality? After your 3.8 seconds of first impressions, the way you smile at people, when you talk with people, you look at people's eyes. If it is a big room, you can have bigger, what you call that, action. But if you are in a smaller room, then you probably want to be more modest and sit there with less action. Whatever it is, people can tell what's your personality, meaning it's anything outside. Personality, would you think can learn, or personality is born with it? Personality means something that's outside. Example, I always use this example. You might see a gentleman that opens the door for you. You feel so good because it's very charming, right? But you won't know. When he comes home, he could be talking foul language, or he could be, he can just let his wife, you won't know. But outside, he presents himself so well. So that's a personality, and people can learn, all right? So your self-image, people will also judge on from outside your personality. In Cantonese, people say, 先敬羅衣後敬人. 羅衣 means it's those opera singers. When they dress up, you respect what you see outside, but you don't know the person inside. Therefore, this is where your appearance can come into, your appearance is more first impression, but your personality comes more the way you, the way you behave and your communication. So that's more of your personality. And then when we go from the bottom up, the other one is character, right? Was it character? Character is up or down? Let me see. Character is up. Is it? Character is up. The yellow one, right? Is it the yellow one? Yes. So let's go on to your left-hand side, top, bottom, character. So what's the difference between character and personality? I just mentioned personality is something that people can observe from outside, but character is something that's really inside, it's inborn, right? If you are someone who's very stubborn, I can tell you, it's not easy to change, but you can tone down. If you're somebody with very bad temper, likelihood as you grow older, it could tone down, or it could even be more fiery. It all depends. So character, it's really inborn, especially when a mother has a baby. So that's why when a mother is always happy and you're pregnant, your baby will be a happy baby. But if the mother, it's she's not happy, she is grouchy all the time, it's actually not so good, because the gene, I won't say character can be improved. Especially sometimes when you see people outside, when you see them, wow, they don't need to carry a Chanel bag. They don't need to be head to toe in Christian Dior or LV, for instance. But the simple t-shirt and the simple slacks or jeans that they wear, they carry it so well. Something in them that their status is very high. The word is really refined. All right. Why are some people very refined? So being refined, it's a character, or is it a personality? Being refined, can you learn, or you're born with it? So it's either or neither. Because, like I said, some people are born with it. It depends also on your upbringing. See, if your parents are very refined, if your siblings are very refined, means they respect people first. Every word that they use, it's very polite. They are good negotiators. They have very high EQ. All this making them a very refined person, and people love them. So it could be, like I said, born with it. Your parents are like that. Your siblings are like that. But that doesn't mean you cannot learn. But learning, I have to say, I want to use the word as cultivate. In Cantonese, cultivate means like a somewhat, how much you have received. Now, cultivate means you have to do it, and you do it consistently, right? And you make it a habit. But the habit depends if it is a good habit or bad habit lah. So if you were to do it every day and day by day you do it better, this is what I call cultivation. You don't do it for the sake of doing it, then it's just your personality and it's not going to last very long. But cultivate, if you can cultivate this good habit, it is with you anywhere, meeting anybody at any time of the day. So that's cultivation. So it's being refined. Your character is in you. You can cultivate a good character. So next I see it's presence. Oh, I love this word presence. Now your self-image presence. Some people, you know, they speak very loud. Like each time I have group gatherings with some classmates, they come from all walks of life. Some are still working. They're still working today, you know, gosh. And some are retired, and some are, you know, business, owning your own business like me. So some speaks very, very loud, but they will continue to be very, very loud. And one fine day, with that event, that particular person is not there. It's like, what is missing? Something is missing because the person who speaks very loud is not there. So that is just one example. Let's say you are someone who's so important in an organization. You are someone everybody loves. You are someone everybody wish you are there. And on that day, you are not there. So people will miss you, right? And what people talk about you, that is your presence. So would you want people to talk about you in awe, or would you want people to talk about you in an awful way? All right. So whichever it is. So your presence makes the difference. Yeah. So your presence, it's when you're not there, how people talk about you in awe, right? So that's your presence. And the last clue about your self-image is certainly your attitude. Okay, very good. That's your attitude. Now, attitude, it's so important because we say the attitude that you put out is also the attitude that you bring back. So imagine if you wake up in the morning, yeah, you may have a few days sleepless nights. Example, let me tell you, it's been so hot these days. I'm also a person that I don't really like to sleep under aircon. So it's like sweating when you sleep. So I do have sleepless nights. So, you know, I have to start using the aircon because if I need to sleep well. But when I wake up, I can choose to be, I hate my eye bags today, or I can choose to wake up in the morning and say, all right, today I have a live at 3. I have a Hong Kong chapter meeting at 2. By 1 o'clock, I want to look good. Hey, what's the best color for me today? I'm going to wear my autumn color. This is my autumn color. T says, you know, Joe, you look very good in deep colors. I say, yeah, but it all depends. We're talking about color psychology. When I wear deep colors, because I feel good. When I feel good, the aura comes out. So you have to tell yourself what is good in you that is going to bring out the best in you, right? Whether it's good or bad, you have to go through it. Yeah. So you might as well have a good presence that people say, hey, today you look good. You know, you have this aura that you are ready to share. I prefer that rather than being grouchy. Okay. So you have the choice. So your attitude, how you want to make the best out of your time. How do you want to make the best of your image and change, not change, I would say monetize your image to your advantage. Come on, all of us need to promote ourselves. All of us needs to market ourselves depending on your goal. So what is your goal? Your goal is looking for money, or your goal looking for love, or your goal looking for more relationship, or your goal is learning new things. You and me have different goals. Yeah. So the next thing I want to bring you into is, I would like to share with you at least 2 strategies how to monetize your image. Of course lah, I mean, you are not going to spend all the money buying your clothes, right? Just to look good or being youthful and put your long lashes and make sure that your eyes, camouflage your eye bag or whatever. Monetize your image to your best advantage. Like I just said, when you hire an image consultant, what is your goals? What are your aspirations? And where is your strength? And what are your weaknesses? So your life coach or your image consultant or your NLP a coach should be able to strengthen what is weak in you. And if something that is overly strong, how do you balance it, make it harmony, turn yourself from ordinary to extraordinary, from being unnoticed, not recognized, to being recognized, and nobody to somebody, because you have your goals, you have your inspiration. All of us need to start working. Remember, it's already 1/3 of the year. So how much more time you want to delay? Yeah. So I have so many strategies, but I only have time to share. Oh gosh, it's already half an hour. I only have time to share 2 strategies. Number 1 is, everybody does that today: mimic, copy, duplicate, or mirror image. Everybody have the right to copy lah, huh? That's what you call copyright today, right? But I'm not saying copy exactly. I give you one example. Brian Cha, I've been following him. Brian Cha is a motivational speaker from Hong Kong. He also started his company in Malaysia. This guy with a mustache, and he speaks well. I mean, motivational speaker, right? He speaks well in Cantonese. He's from Hong Kong now, so he speaks very well in Cantonese, and he talks as he speaks. So after that, I see in the social media so many people do exactly what he do. That means they mimic, they copy, they mirror his image, right? And they duplicate what he does, because he teach you this is the surefire to success. So you do it. But don't forget, Brian Cha, I'm not sure whether he's that tall, right? I've not met him before, but I know he was a personal trainer. So he's very well built. Yeah. And the stance is good. The what you call that, the deportment is good, the stance is good. Therefore, as he walk, people notice him because he's a fitness trainer, right? So he's very good at that. Now, are you like him? Are you as tall, or do you have the stance like him? I see a lot of people today. What happened is, hang on. I lost my. How come I lost? Hang on. So today, a lot of people may not be walking like a pilot. You know what I mean? So your stance might be very important. Your body weight, for instance, your body weight or your body figure might not be like a Brian Cha. So when you mirror what he does, it's so funny. It's different. So you have to find your own self-image. You have to find somebody who, like what Cantonese say, 度身訂造, because an image consultant will know who you are, how you speak, where your weakness is, and where your strength, your body image as well. And she will work something for you so that you yourself become who you are and not a duplication of another person. You might duplicate the strategy, but you must know who you are. You must know what works for you and what don't work, right? And of course, everybody knows like a Joey, all right, the metaphysics, the number 1 metaphysics guru in Malaysia. So when he stands on the stage, he can ask questions, or he can tell you something that it can be quite blunt. And I see his maybe instructors are doing the same. But remember, one of the self-image is your status and your identity. You are not Joey Young. So if you probe that kind of question, which could be quite blunt, you may have the adverse effect. So you have to know who you are in order to reformation yourself, learn all the ABCDE in order to power pack yourself and be yourself, be your authentic self and not somebody else, right? Okay, the other one is certainly, I believe a lot of you also heard about this, is the be, do, have. Be means be the person, do what it takes, and you will have what you want, right? Those days, our father will always tell us to do this. Do first, be hardworking, study a lot, get all your certificates, and then do your best in a company and you will get your promotion. So you will have your promotion. And when you have your promotion, then you become the person. No longer this work, right? So today, it's you want to be the general manager, speak like the general manager, attain leadership skills like a general manager, and look the part, look like a general manager. You want to look for someone that resonate who you are in your personality, so you cannot fake yourself, right? So who you are when you go out to do your networking, who you want to attract, then you have to be that person, because you envisage yourself in future. I want to be Mrs. Mrs. Wong, for instance. And if you have your target, then you must know, be that person and authentically. So this is how important for you to hire an image consultant. So I have many more strategies. Today we cannot be talking too much, right? So, but if you are interested to know more, you are interested to, I do not want to step into too deep, but I just want something very basic for the guys, all right? For the guys, I have this online learning on menswear basic. It's only basic, meaning smarten up yourself, tidy up yourself. Oh, talking about men's dressing, men, just ask the girls. Can you tell me in general, what do you think about men's dressing per se today that they see? You will get the answers. I don't want to tell you much more. You will get the answers. Vice versa, the girls ask the men, what do you see? What do you think the ladies dressing today? The men will tell you. So this is a very interesting thing. So for the men, you might want to learn, I just want basics, right? So I have a 2-hour online course called Menswear Basics. Altogether, there are 4 chapters. Maybe we should show the slide that I've done, the promotion poster of Menswear Basics online. So can we see can we show the poster? Yeah, this is the one. Now, I will be promoting this one in my Facebook page or my own Facebook book, my Facebook. And therefore, what you're going to do is I will have a link, right? I will have a link to the registration. Then you go into the link and you will see, hey, what I'm going to learn in these 4 chapters of menswear basics. So that is online. But good news today, we can actually do face-to-face training. So if you are in Kuala Lumpur, you want to have a tactical training, meaning activities you can touch, you can feel, you can even bring your clothes to the class and show me, and then we do an evaluation. Then you will have to look for the offline training, which is going to happen on the 20th of March, full day, 20th of March, full day. That is 2 weeks later, right? We will have a full day training for menswear basics. People who are in Kuala Lumpur, if you want to come in, please either DM me or you go into my email or our Facebook pages, our Instagram pages. You will have the registration to it. And if you are someone out of Malaysia, I want to learn the menswear basics online. So go into the 4 chapters of 2 hours with very fair price for you only during this pandemic. Okay, now after menswear, you might want to have a private coaching with me. Yeah, private coaching means it's a one-on-one coaching, and I don't only do it for one-time basis. It's going to go on for the next 6 months. Can we take a look at the poster? Yes. Yeah. So either if you're a guy, then you have to come to my studio first. There will be a few appointments, and we will do it on a monthly basis, that kind of thing. It will go all the way up to 6 months. From understanding your goals and inspirations, you will have your color analysis, you will have your style analysis. I will work something for you that is your personal authentic style, your internal, how we work on your behavior, your etiquette, plus your communication, because I need to know who you are, because Elise is different from Beatrice. Peter is different from Calvin. So different persons. It's a doctor, it's really a made to measure. It's really a bespoke service that you are getting it from Josephine Louis, 13 years experience in the image consulting business, right? So then you can again check out with my page or check out with me or with T. So we have numerous online trainings and offline trainings. You just need to either go to First Image Training or Image Pro Online Learning. Either way, you can meet us, right? Okay, then let me tell you next week. Next week, what are you going to learn? Next week is going to be my last week that I will be doing another 30 minutes. This is very powerful. I leave it to the last chapter of this 4 series with Josephine Louis. It's your poise and charm factor. Whether you're a woman, how poised you are. If you're a man, how charming can you be? So that is your poise and charm factor, inside out or outside in, right? So this, in a nutshell, is going to help you to upgrade yourself to a higher level. Why should you upgrade yourself to a higher level? Because you want to be in a better quality, that people choose you for who they want to work. People choose you who they want to buy the service from. People choose you because, not because of your product, but because of you, right? So product knowledge doesn't work, but you work. So who are you? So again, remember, look into your 6 clues of your self-image. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be, right? And remember, people hire you because of you. Most importantly is be your authentic self, all right? So I wish all of you a good day and catch up with you next week, not at 3 p.m., but next week it will be at 6 p.m. Your poise factor in you. So we're going to address a lot of things. What do we see today around, the people that around us, and you can actually give me your questions, so that I would love to work with you based on your comments and your question. And don't forget, every month end, the last week of every month, I always have a brainstorming Zoom training. That is a brainstorming Zoom training. It's not a video training. That is about your confidence and your self-esteem. How do you align your confidence and your self-esteem to begin who you are, to step out into a better self of you? All right. So have a good weekend, everyone. Remember, walk tall, chin up, and think about what's the happiest thing in your life in order to give you the radiance and the spark on your face. Okay, bye. See you next week.